Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 Greene County, Iowa 4-H and FFA Goat Show today. My name is Meredith Fetters, and I'm the Goat Superintendent. I would like to give a thanks for all the sponsors that made this show possible today. Shout out to Fetters Trucking and Deals Orchard. Thank you to our 2022 Fair Queen, Hannah Curtis, for handing out awards today. And thank you for Home State Bank for giving us the ability to live stream our show today. And a special hi to all the viewers that are watching. I would also like for us to give a hand to all the kids that are involved in this year's program and for all their hard work they have put on this year to bring an excellent show to you today. Today we have Derek judging our show today, and I'm going to hand the mic to him and let him introduce himself.
I guess good afternoon, everyone. My name is Derek Henningsen. I grew up on a small sheep and goat operation in eastern Iowa in a town called DeWitt. Went to Illinois Central College for 2 years for livestock judging. Participated there, loved it. Graduated there with my associate's degree, then transferred out to Iowa State. Again, was a part of the 2019 livestock judging team there, where we had a pretty successful campaign throughout the fall. Finished up in 2020 with my bachelor's. I've since started a master's degree where I'm working with sow longevity, and I also manage the school's swine teaching farm. So quite a bit of variation. Happy to be here and be able to work with the livestock and also the youth as well.
All right, we're going to start the class off with breeding doe 1 year and under. First class is breeding doe 35 pounds to 67 pounds. Go ahead and enter the ring.
First class out here, and again, I guess we got some does that are showing a little bit differences in terms of maturity and in terms of type and kind. The young lady's going to go ahead and start for us today. Obviously has the advantage just in terms of growth and extension. I actually think when you get to studying them though, that one's basic build is just a little bit better. She's smoother in her lines. Comes just a little bit more, with a little bit more structural quality out here today. Like that one's extension, I think she's got an awfully bright future. Young man's going to go ahead and be second. Obviously we're giving up some just in terms of body shape and mass. In her own right, I think that one's pretty practical, just at such a disadvantage today in terms of that one's maturity. Still, I think that one's got a bright future. Let's go ahead and give both of them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations to Lauren Reed from Hardin Happy Hustlers for placing first. Second goes to Braden Tulin from Cedar Highland. Next class, we have breeding doe 1 year and under, weight class 71 pounds to 75 pounds. You may enter the ring.
More challenging pair comes out here, and again, I guess if you want to go different ways, I think you can. For me, the young lady, I guess in the center of the ring, is going to go ahead and start. I just think that one, from a balance and build standpoint, does quite a bit of good for me. I like that one. Like that one just up through her head and neck and the way she blends back into her shoulder. Extra shot of bone and feature, I like that as well. Is she the stoutest one in terms of muscularity and her body shape? Absolutely not. We could have a touch more spread to her upper skeleton, but I think what she does represent from a build standpoint, from a symmetry standpoint, is awfully nice. Young lady with the black-headed one coming here next. I think if you want to side with a shot more power, that's the doe for you, because when you get your hands on her, she does come with more spread out of the back of her shoulder. She's better in terms of her full rib, and she's stouter out through her hip. I just don't see her blending at all as comfortably from the side, and she's not as elite and exotic just up through her head and neck, but a stout, powerful doe to go ahead and represent second here. Very, very good job.
Congratulations to Tatum Tucker from Hardin Happy Hustlers for placing first. Second goes to Grace Curtis with the Greene County FFA. Next up, we have Class 3 breeding doe, 1 year and under. The weight class 80 pounds to 81 pounds. You may now enter the ring.
Really nice though to go ahead and start this particular class. Again, I think from front to rear, that one reads ultra good from a lot of different areas. If you want to start at the ground and build them up, she's stout featured and big chested. If you want to talk about making them from the side and making them parallel in their lines and good in their look, I think she does that to a very high degree as well. I think that's just a really solid to go ahead, or solid doe, to go ahead and start. Young lady comes with one next, and man, I love the rear 2/3 of that one. I think from that one's mid-rib back, she is so good. And I love the way she drops her hip in such a flexible, comfortable kind of a hind leg. I guess for me, I get a little bit more critical of her up through the front 1/3 of her skeleton, especially in motion. She'll drop in her chest, get just a notch plainer up front, but man, from her rear view back, I think that one's awfully good as well. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations to Tatum Tucker from Hardin Happy Hustlers for placing first. Second place went to Grace Curtis with Greene County FFA. For our fourth class, we have breeding doe 1 year and under, weights 90 pounds to 91 pounds. You may now enter the ring.
Another high quality doe comes out, and again, I think that one represents a whole lot of quality as well. Similar to like we just spoke with the last class winner, I think that one's got the right intangibles at the ground to be a good breeding female, yet still packs it with the right type of muscularity and the right type of power that we need to have in some of our market animals. Again, I think that one resembles a whole lot of good. In motion, she could tie just a little bit better out of the backside of her shoulder, and maybe that's just her wanting to sit and duck and roll as she fights the halter. We can make her a little bit more seamless there. Nonetheless, I still think that's a very high quality animal. Young lady brings us one next, and man, that one is loaded with power, and she's so broody in her center cage and center body. Another one, I guess, for me, I'd like to peel her back just a little bit in terms of her condition, help freshen up just her look from the side, but another stout, powerful one that I think has a tremendous amount of value as a breeding female. Again, let's congratulate both these exhibitors.
Congratulations to Tatum Tucker from Hardin Happy Hustlers for placing first. Second place went to Maggie Reed, also from Hardin Happy Hustlers. Next class we have is Class 5 breeding doe 1 and under, 102 pounds to 112 pounds.
Red Doe's going to go ahead and lead off this particular drive. And again, I think this is maybe two does that are extremely similar in their type and kind. This red one's pretty deceiving when you first catch a glimpse of her, and I guess it takes a little bit to truly evaluate that one. And when you step in behind her, she's quickly come to so much spread and so much dimension on the top side of her skeleton. To me, that's where her best advantage lies in this particular pair. Right over her rack, she comes with more spread. She wraps down fuller in terms of her forward. She's bigger in terms of her arm and set wider at the ground. Again, I think that's one that's got a nice look from the side. She's tall-headed and long-bodied. Just a nice place to go ahead and start. Young lady brings us one in second. Again, I think that one is so broody and so practical from every standard that we can put on her. She's soft and maternal where she needs to be. I guess as we get comparative, she just gets a little bit flatter right in her upper skeleton. She's not as stout in terms of her feature, but as a breeding piece and one that's so valuable as a breeding female and so maternal, I like a lot of things about that one as well. Let's congratulate both of them.
First place goes to Taylor McDowell, Greene County FFA. Second place goes to Maggie Reed from Hard and Happy Hustlers. Okay. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do the final drive for breeding does 1 and under. You may now enter the ring.
First of all, let's go ahead and put our hands together for the 10 exhibitors that we've had out here today. I think our breeding doe lineup is very, very good, and I'm pleased with the ones that we have in the front row. I think the ones in second are all extremely, extremely good as well. There's a pair of them out here, though, that I think go above and beyond in terms of balance, in terms of build, and yet they still couple it with the right type of feature and the right type of muscularity and density to their skeleton. I'll go show you your champion and your reserve breeding female. Let's give them all again another nice round of applause.
For the final drive for the 1 and under, first place went to Tatum Tucker from Hardin Happy Hustlers. Second place went to Taylor McDowell from Greene County FFA. Next, we're going to do Class 6 breeding doe 1 and over. You may now enter the ring.
Nice pair of older does out here, and I guess very, very different in terms of type and kind. To me, the young ladies couples it just a little bit better. I think when we study them at the ground and progress them up from there, that's the wider made one. That's better in terms of her chest. She has more true muscularity on the top side of her skeleton than as we progress back to the rear of their skeleton. To me, that one's bigger in terms of her hip, has more in terms of her stifle shape. Ideally, we could peel her back in terms of her condition and freshen her up a little bit up front, but nonetheless, that's a stout, powerful doe to represent the yearling division. Young lady coming in second, a polarizing one, and that one to me is her counterpart in terms of length and extension. She's so good up through her head and neck. She's better in terms of the smoothness and flatness of her shoulder. She too is another one that's really long and extended, but this shot right here to me, gets too plain. She's too plain on the top side of her skeleton. She's too plain and narrow out through her hip. She's another one that I wish we could peel back in terms of condition ever so slightly. Nonetheless, a really good looking, long and extended doe for the young lady. Let's give them both a round of applause.
First place goes to Maggie Reed from Hardin Happy Hustlers, and second went to Grace Curtis with Greene County FFA. Now we'll compete for Grand Champion and Reserve Grand Champion breeding doe.
Bring in, I guess, our two division winners, and again, I think there's a tremendous amount of quality between the four of these out here. Our younger ones are obviously just a little bit fresher and more immature still. It's easier to get a good and genuine reading on them, but nonetheless, I still think our yearlings are still so bold and so powerful and still bring a tremendous amount of good. To me, there's two of them, though, that just read a little bit better in terms of balance and in terms of eye appeal. I'll go show you your champion and reserve doe. Again, let's give all four of them a nice round of applause.
Grand Champion and Reserve both went to Tatum Tucker for Hard and Happy Hustlers. Up next, we're going to have Class 7, Breeding Buck, under 1 year.
single entry here in this buck class, and again, I think the young lady gives us kind of a pink colored one that has a lot of positives to him, really long and extended, got a fresh, firm kind of a shape working over his rack. Again, I think that one can withstand some competition, and he's pretty well put together in terms of his feet and legs. Just a really nice rein to go, or buck, I guess, excuse me, to go ahead and start this particular class. So let's give her a nice round of applause.
Congratulations to Taylor McDowell from Greene County FFA.
We will get started with the market portion of our show here shortly, but first, the champion from today's breeding and market division for goat will advance to the Heartland Throwdown, which was formerly known as the DMAC Bear Down. The champion will also receive a qualifying banner that has been graciously donated by our local Heartland Throwdown sponsor, SJK Farms and Trucking. Representatives from our county will compete against 7 other champions. Counties include in the Heartland Throwdown are Calhoun, Dallas, Greene, Guthrie, Jasper, Marshall, Polk, and Story. We welcome you to join us at the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada on Saturday, July 30th. There will be a food stand on site, and the show will begin at 12:30 p.m. The winner is selected by a team of judges at the Heartland Throwdown. Will then punch their ticket to the All Iowa Showdown in August. Come out and support the youth from Team Greene County. Our first class in the market goat division will be market goats 52 pounds to 69 pounds.
Yeah, that's okay. A nice place to go ahead and start and kick off, I guess, our weather show or our market show. I think the young lady, again, brings us one that we could admire a lot of things about. I think that guy props up and balances awfully well from the side. Get your hands on him, and he's fresh and he's square in terms of his shape. like his extra feature and just his extra skeletal width at the ground. Just a really good place to go ahead and start. Young lady coming in second, we're just giving up a little bit in terms of just dimension, and I think a little bit more maturity and a little bit more time on feet will help that weather continue to come with that. But for as he is right now, I think that one balance is pretty good. He's real long and extended. Just need to see him continue to grow and continue to mass up for the young lady. Similar story for the young man coming next. Obviously, quite a bit of a disadvantage in terms of weight. Again, I think that one in terms of his feet and legs are pretty good. He's obviously done a very, very good job with this project. Just need to see that one continue to grow and continue to develop. Let's go ahead and give those three a real nice round of applause.
First place goes to Tatum Tucker from Hardin Happy Hustlers. Second goes to Grace Curtis from Hardin Happy Hustlers. Up next, we're going to have class number 9, Market Go, 71 pounds. You may now enter the ring.
Nice pair of red ones here in this particular class. And again, the young lady's solid red one is going to go ahead and start. Again, I just think from a standpoint of making them muscular and from protecting the market fundamentals, I think he does that to a higher degree. Work back to his hip and his inner leg, and he is big and stout in his upper hip. Tremendous amount of muscle working to his stifle and down through his inner leg. I just think that's a real stout muscular weather to go ahead and start this particular class. Young lady brings us kind of a red and white spotted one. Again, I think that one has some product to him as well. He's good in terms of his center body. I just didn't read that one balancing up as nicely from the side. He'll get a shot weaker in his spine, a little bit steeper out of his hip, but a real practical one that still has done and performed very, very well for the young lady. Let's give them both a nice round of applause.
Congratulations to Maggie Reed from Hardin Happy Hustlers for placing first. Second goes to Lauren Reed from Hardin Happy Hustlers. Up next, we have Class 10, Market Meat Go, 85-pound class. You may now enter the ring.
young lady brings us a big weather here. And again, I think if we were showing a month and a half or 2 months ago, that guy'd be right on target because he is wide at the ground. He's got a tremendous amount of spread working into his upper skeleton. Balance is pretty good and is really flexible in motion, working a little past his prime and working a little bit of fat over his edges. Nonetheless, I still think that's a quality weather that the young lady brings us. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
First place for that class goes to Taylor McDowell for Greene County FFA. Up next, we're going to do Grand Champion Market Goat, Reserve Grand Champion Market Goat. So if I could have first place and second place from class 8, 9, and 10, you may now enter the ring. I think they're all ready, actually. I don't even have to say anything. 1, 2, 3.
Although our numbers are smaller, I guess, out here in our market division, I still think our class winners in our second place are very, very good. I think they all deserve a nice round of applause. There's a pair of them out here, I think, that exemplify market fundamentals the way they need to be. They're muscular animals that are wide at the ground and still keep composition in check. And within that pair, then, I think there's one that just goes above and beyond, has a little bit more of the extras. I'll go show you a champion and follow it up with the reserve. Again, a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Grand Champion Market Meat Goat goes to Tatum Tucker. Reserve Grand Champion Market Meat Goat goes to Maggie Reed. Up next, we're going to do our Clover Kids. If you guys can get ready and up to the gate. After that, we'll do Best in Show, which will be Grand Champion, Reserve Grand Champion Market Goat, and Grand and Reserve for breeding goat. If you guys can get ready and be by the gate.
All right, young lady, what's your name?
Raya.
How old are you?
7.
You're 7 years old. Does your goat have a name?
Georgie.
Georgie. What do you feed Georgie?
Hay, grass, milk, hay.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to do at the fair?
Showing the goat.
That's it? Nothing else? Okay, let's give it up for her. Are you ready? What's your name?
Mallory.
Mallory, how old are you?
10.
You're 10 years old. Does your goat have a name?
Henry.
Henry. What do you feed Henry?
Alfalfa and milk.
Alfalfa and milk. What is your favorite thing to do at the fair?
Show my goat.
Show my goat. We got a lot of great goat showing out here. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Okay, what's your name?
Aubrey.
How old are you, Aubrey?
10.
You're 10 years old. Does your goat have a name?
Dairy.
Her goat's name is Dairy. Okay, what do you feed Dairy?
Alfalfa and milk.
Alfalfa and milk. Okay, outside of showing goats, what's your favorite thing to do at the fair?
Showing my goat.
Showing your goat. Okay, let's give her a nice round of applause. All right, young lady, what's your name?
Larissa.
Okay, how old are you?
9.
You're 9 years old. Does your goat have a name?
Emma.
Emma, what do you feed? Oh, Emma's jumpy. What do you feed Emma?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. What's your favorite thing to do at the fair?
Look around at all the animals and especially showing my goat.
Okay, are you gonna show animals when you get older?
Yes.
Awesome. What are you gonna show?
Probably goat, sheep, and a cow.
Okay, perfect. Let's give her a nice round of applause. step out here for Best of Show, and again, I think the three that are representing each of their respective divisions hold a tremendous amount of quality. I won't talk about them all again because we talked to them in each one of those divisions. There is one of them out here, though, that I think exemplifies a lot of the right directions that we need to be headed in terms of balance, in terms of skeletal quality, and still packing it in with as much stoutness and muscularity as we can. I'll go show you your Best of Show. Again, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Tatum Tucker from Hard and Happy Hustlers for Best in Show. Up now, we're going to do the Showmanship Division, starting with Junior Showmanship, Class 9.
three juniors out here again. I think all of them do a very, very good job. I talked to each of them just a little bit, and I guess I asked them what they liked about showing and what they did with their goat and any information that they can tell. Honestly, whatever they said played zero relevance in determining this. I just want to know that they're at least being active and being participants in their project and making sure that everything that they're doing is fun. At this stage in the game, if you're not having fun showing, there's really no reason to be doing it. And all three of them out here seem like they had a lot of fun showing, and they all exhibited that when I asked them some questions. Again, on this side then, I spoke to each of them about what we can do to improve showmanship and just get better as showmen. And I think again, I think all three of them I provided some lessons that they can maybe learn from. There's one of them out here, though, that I think just in terms of their ring awareness and their presence out here is very, very good. I think all three of them deserve a nice round of applause, and I'll go show you your champion.
Congratulations, Tatum Tucker, for champion junior showman from Hard and Happy Hustlers. Up next, we'll do Class 10, Intermediate Showmanship. You may now enter the ring.
I guess for intermediate division showmanship, and if we're following along, I guess for juniors it's about having fun. For me in the intermediate division, it's about progress and learning, and just like sports and just like extracurriculars, whether it's band or music or sports, you're actively progressing and practicing to try to get better, and I think a lot of that we can apply to showing livestock as well. So when she was on this side over here, I just asked her one quick question, what would you change about your goat? And I had talked my opinions before, so I guess sometimes there's a little prelude to that, but also it's just how much do you want to progress and where do you think you could get better, and sorry about that, and where do you think you can get better? And I think she applied a very, very good answer to that one as well. And being a student of the game at this stage, for me, is very, very important. I think the young lady does a very, very good job, and she's always got that particular dose set up to where she needs to be. I think she's a well-deserving showman. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Thank you, Maggie Reed. Up next, we're going to do Class 11, Senior Showmanship. You may now enter the ring.
For senior showmanship, I guess we're past the phase of, hopefully it's still fun, I guess, and hopefully we're still progressing, but to me, seniors become a lot more of just remembrance, and I guess when you're my age and you're done showing, you sit back and you reflect about all the opportunities that you had and the people that you had and were able to thank along the way, and maybe when we're showing we don't give them enough justice during that time. So here's your opportunity to speak to people and put you on the mic, and I'm going to need your name, age, how long you've been showing, and then anybody you'd like to thank. So we'll start here and progress that. Grab your goat. Somebody you want to thank behind.
Hello, my name is Grace Curtis. I'm 18 years old, and this is my third year showing goats. I'd like to thank Marty and Carla, who helped me out a lot, who got me started in the goat industry, and my mom for always supporting me at all the shows.
My name's Taylor McDowell. I'm 15 and I've been showing goats since I was in 4th grade. And I'd like to thank my parents and Jeremy Wilkins.
Set the microphone down. I'll have you do one big lap again. I think both of our senior showmen do an excellent job. And again, I know goats are getting tired and not wanting to cooperate, and it's hot out here and everybody's sweating. Again, nonetheless, though, I do think they do an excellent job. And I spoke to them briefly, and even attitudes aside from our goats, I provided some opportunities to where maybe we can improve some showmanship just a little bit. There is one of them out here, though, that I think in terms of the ability to set them up faster and a little bit more accurately does just a little bit better job today anyway. I'll go show you your champion senior showman. Again, I think we should give them all a nice round of applause.
Congratulations to Taylor McDowell from Greene County FFA for champion senior showman. I want to thank everybody today for coming out. I want to thank our judge Derek for judging for us today. And thank you for our sponsors. And I hope to see you guys all next year. And any of the goat exhibitors. Grand Champion Reserve, go to the back of the ring to get your pictures taken, please, and thank you.